how to quickly and easily clear your throat chakra, and why it's so important to manifesting, standing in your power, and knowing when to say something and when not. And when you don't say what needs to be said, how to clear it, even if you're out and about and your crystals aren't around you. So the crystals we'll be working with today are blue denim stone, Aqua Aura, blue calcite, Chrysocolla. Oh, there's more blue on this side. Celestite, and a sphere of lapis and a obelisk of lapis. And how you can use these. The other pieces, the Celestite is more of a geode thing and still works. So when there is a confrontation or an issue that comes up at work with a friend, your other half, whomever, it is important to speak. And yet there are times when it is inappropriate because, supervisor, or it's just not going to help the situation. It's just going to escalate it and make things worse. So what do you do with those words, those feelings and emotions, that energy that you end up eating or swallowing into your throat? Well, if you don't clear it, then it's going to build up. And as it builds up in your throat chakra, in your throat, you keep swallowing all of this stuff, all the negativity, and eventually it has to go somewhere, right? Because you haven't cleared it yet. And it gets pushed down into your heart center. Our heart is the most powerful of all of our chakras, and that's a whole nother topic. But you'll get the idea in a moment. When we don't say what we need to say for various reasons, maybe there's fear, or it's just, you get shot down so many times, or told that, that's not the way you do this, XYZ elemental P kind of thing. And it's just easier to not speak up. Well, what you're also telling the universe, the cosmos, source, and your guides, and your intuitive self and your higher self, is that you are not deserving, you are less worthy of receiving what it is you desire, your goals, your aspirations, following your life path, manifesting what? Prosperity and abundance, a better relationship, not any relationship, but a right relationship for you, a better job, promotion, pay raise, whatever it is, a better car, okay? You get the idea, because the list can go on and on. When you don't say what needs to be said when it is appropriate, even to yourself, you are denying your own truth. So how do you honor yourself even when it's like, it's just really hard to say anything. It's just really hard to speak up for myself. And I admit sometimes I get to practice that as well, because for years, children, and especially women, are to be seen and not heard. Okay. So we're going to leave it at that. Anyway, here are some easy things that you can do that will not draw attention to you unless you're doing them out in the public. So if you are able to get away, if you're in a group setting, in a restaurant, office, or with a group of people out at a club or dinner, wherever you are, you can excuse yourself and go to the restroom for just a few minutes. And here's what you can do if your crystals aren't with you, because it's not always convenient to take everybody with you. So you can, with your right hand or your left hand, it doesn't matter which one, you can just close your eyes and breathe, and then just make like a little sweeping motion. so that you're clearing out the energy. What do you do with the other hand? You can, if you're using your left hand to sweep it out, then you can have your right hand pointing down to the ground or up to the sky or just by your side. You can also activate your palm chakras just by rubbing them. You don't have to be but just rubbing them and putting your left hand, even for lefties, over your throat, and then your right hand down to the ground, because the energy will be drawn out through your left hand because the left is receiving. So you just put it here and just for a few minutes. And I figured this one out. Oh, my guides helped me when I used to attend meditations when I lived in El Paso, Texas. I'm now in Tucson, Arizona. And we would be in, a big circle and have a meditation going. And all of a sudden, I would start to need to clear my throat. And I realized that people, especially right next to me, were releasing a lot of energy, which is good for them. Me being highly empathic, not so good for me, because I didn't want to be coughing or clearing my throat during the meditation. So I would just very lightly, with my eyes closed, activate my palm chakras, put my left hand over my throat chakra and my right hand pointing down to the ground. And I no longer had to clear my throat or cough because I was drawing out the energy that my body was picking up. And what that was telling me is that someone next to me had their throat chakra blocked. Okay, so you're at home and you want to do this in the privacy of your own home or your sacred space if you live with others. You can use a palm stone. They're great for this. Or a small, handheld geode of Celestite or Celestite or Celestite, however you want to say it. And you can put it right here. Just hold it. And I would hold it with my left hand, because then you can put your right hand down to, facing the ground, or if you prefer, up to Father Sky. So down to Mother Earth or up to Father Sky. Then just hold it there for a few minutes. When you're finished with whichever crystal you use, make sure you clear it. Okay? So if you've ever felt like, you need to clear your throat, there's something stuck in there, it's probably because you've been eating your words. And if you eat your words, then it's going to make it more of a challenge to work with your affirmations, to express yourself clearly and specifically enough when you are working on your manifestations, setting your intentions, those kinds of things. So how else? So Chrysocolla is the peace stone. Okay. You can do that. This one's huge. You can use one that's half the size. And then here is some Aqua Aura. Yes, it's clear quartz that has been treated, and so many of the treated quartz crystals don't have any life in them. And that's a whole nother topic for another time as well, as to how to tell the difference between there not being any energy at all in them and there being enough life that they have retained their natural characteristics or metaphysical properties. Okay, so Aqua Aura is traditionally for your third eye, but it's also for your throat chakra because it's blue. So you can use just about any blue. I'm just keeping it simple here so we don't overwhelm everybody. So the point, how would we do? I think I would do it sideways. You could have the termination, the point pointing out. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to zap y'all. Okay? But you can just hold it here. So I'll put my finger over the termination so you can see Okay, that's what I would do. Yeah. Okay. So then I do it like that. I'm not pointing at you so you can see it there. That's how I would do that. Celestite, a small geode, same difference. And I would put the backside, its backside, its foundation, right there, so that the points of the celestite draws in the cleansing and clearing and emotional healing energies. So how would you use a sphere? Same way, okay, like that. And an obelisk similar to the smaller point. And again, I'm going to put my finger over the termination so it doesn't zap you. But I think you can see it a little bit better. Okay, you can do it that way, or you can do it this way. So that the energy, and the reason you would want to use the base is so that the energy is drawn through it, and the laser point of the termination then shoots the energy out. All right. Checking my notes to make sure I'm sharing everything with you that I wanted to. Okay. When we say things and when we don't say things, it affects every area of our life. Business, relationships, especially the one with yourself, so that it actually inhibits, it slows, it delays the flow of what it is you're asking for guidance, your petitions, your focused intentions, and even your daily work. It's not just about your spiritual part, because all the energies fold in, they blend, and they could be doing like this or just blocked rather than flowing together. Does that make sense? It is the center of communication with yourself, your guides, the universe, your friends, your coworkers, your boss, your everybody's, especially with yourself and your higher self. Okay, a few signs to be aware of. Wish I could make the print over here a lot larger, but anyway, is not being able to articulate, to really express yourself in the way, that the thoughts come into your mind. And sometimes it is a bit difficult to translate the energy into human words, into whatever language that you're speaking that is, your first language. And yet, being able to express yourself in your daily experiences, in your daily life, is really important. Reports, channeling, whatever that is. So try these throat chakra clearing techniques. Let me know how they work for you. And I will put the names of the crystals that we were working with today in the show notes. So lapis is the stone of communication. Blue calcite is going with the flow, emotional healing. Dumortierite, which is also the formal name, but this is blue denim stone, grounding, as well as, you can get away from the little light rings, okay? Opening up to limitless potential. Celestite is primarily for your third eye, but it's because it is a higher vibration, it can really break up the negativity or the fear, the not wanting to speak up for yourself at a higher, or faster, quicker. And then Chrysocolla, which is the peace stone. So do let me know how you're doing with this. If you have any questions, put those in the comments too. Please do like and share this, and we'd love to have you join our community. So hit that subscribe button. All right, beautiful soul, until next time. Have an amazing rest of your day, your week, your month. Namaste.